Hey, good morning. Guess where I am at? I am in Alaska and it's day 3. I meant to do like daily vlogs each day while we've been in Alaska and I'm slacking, but it's only like a little after 7 this morning. I've already showered and got myself ready and we're about to start the day. So not that much has happened. First day was all travel. So that was Friday, July 25th. 2025, and we started off the day in Detroit Metro Airport. We had a 7 a.m. flight and that took us to Seattle, and then we had it was like a little over 3-hour layover in Seattle, and then we got on our next leg of the trip, which took us from Seattle to Fairbanks, Alaska, and that was, I'm trying to think how long that flight was, maybe 4 to 5 hours. It was 3 p.m. Alaska time, which was like feeling more like 7 p.m. Michigan time, Eastern Standard Time. So we landed feeling really good. Princess, oh my gosh, so we're doing a land and sea cruise, and Princess just goes over the top. They have everything taken care of. Nothing for you to even like second guess and worry about. So as soon as we stepped off the plane, we headed down. We knew we were supposed to head down to like baggage claim. They had people standing there holding signs. So for Princess, they hold a sign there for Princess in Holland, and they direct you over to the guest services desk where you get luggage tags and just a little quick overview that you'll be hopping on a motor coach, and then you just take your bags down to the baggage carrier guys and they load on the bags for you right there. And it's super close. We are currently staying at the Princess Riverside Lodge. We've been staying here. We'll stay here 3 nights, and we've done 2 nights so far, and then tonight will be our 3rd night, and then we're gonna head off to Denali. So starting back to Friday, when we got on the motor coach, it was a quick like 6-7 minutes. It was so short, from the airport to the lodge. So that's nice. You're tired, especially after a long day of traveling, and then it doesn't even take long. And they give you just a quick kind of rundown while you're on the motor coach. The people are just like over the top and fun and friendly, and so that's super nice. And then as soon as you arrived at the lodge, somebody from the lodge will come on the motor coach and just give you another overview of kind of like what to expect and where to go if you need information. There's a front desk, and that's more to help you with your hotel check-in and stuff like that, which it's all handled for you. They give you an envelope with, again, like it has all your luggage tags, and it has your key cards in there too as well. So you don't even have to go to the front desk. It's only if you like need some extras in there. We haven't even been to the front desk. And then they also have like a tour guide desk too as well. And that's all through Princess, and that's separate from the hotel. And that's just if you need shuttles, and they run shuttles like on the hour. And they stop at, there's another hotel that's tied in with it, and then there's 2 other stops. So there's one stop that's in downtown Fairbanks, and then another stop which is in, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. I'll look it up, I'll add it in there, but it's a park with a variety of things in there, mini golf, like a mining thing to explore, a train ride in there, Pioneer Park, I remembered. So that was one of the other stops in there, and then it takes you back to Princess Riverside Lodge in there. So we did take advantage of it. It's $10 a person round trip. You can get on the shuttle as much as you want, and that's per day. And like I said, they run on the hour, and then it's just staggered. They have a schedule in there, so depending on what stop you're looking at, you just need to peek on there as to exactly what time your stop is at. So we did utilize that yesterday. We went into downtown Fairbanks, which is interesting. It's a small little town. I don't want to judge or anything like that, but definitely a fair amount, like down by the river. We were walking and we were like, oh, there's quite a bit of homeless people here and stuff. So eclectic. different, a variety of shopping, but not a huge amount of shopping. So if you're expecting a lot of touristy restaurants and shopping in downtown Fairbanks, it's Alaska's rustic. It's just not here. But we did enjoy exploring and seeing the river down there, and we did head over to Pioneer Park and walked around there. So it's a nice exploring and everything. Not a huge amount, and I'll have some photos that I'll probably add into as well. So that was on our second day. So after we had woke up from our first night, we did that exploring on Saturday. That would have been July 26th. And then today we've woken up. We're still thrown off by the time change. So it is 4 hours later here in Alaska than what we're used to. And so on our first night, on Friday night, we made it to, I think it was like a little after 8 o'clock. And the two of us, my husband and I, it was like we hit a wall. We were just exhausted. And my in-laws, we were waiting for them because their flight they were coming from Florida. I think they left from Orlando, and then they had a layover in Denver, which was like 5-hour layover. And then from Denver, they flew into Fairbanks. So they didn't get into Alaska till like 8:30, which would have felt like our time, 12:30. After midnight. So they were pretty tired, and we didn't even make it, unfortunately, to see them. And we said, I'm sorry, we're going to bed. We got a text from them that they had landed, so we knew that they were at least in Fairbanks, and then we knew it was going to take a little bit of time for them to get their bags and then come over to the Princess Lodge. But we all met up in the morning yesterday, Saturday morning. And that was wonderful. It was good to see them, and we spent the entire day with them, and we'll do the same today. So today, and then I'll do another vlog going over today and how much fun it was. But what the plans are for Sunday, July 28th, is that we're going to, it's another excursion. We booked it through Princess, but it's through another company. And it's we're gonna ride a oh my gosh, my mind went blank. It's like a paddle boat, not a paddle boat, what do they call those big river boats? So it's a river boat that we're gonna go on. There's gonna be some type of lunch in there. We're gonna see a gold dredge in there too, and then we get a chance to pan for gold as well. So my husband says we are not leaving until we get some gold. So hopefully I will have some gold to show you guys. They say guarantee you're going to leave with some gold. So I should have something to show everybody. You're supposed to also see something about like bush pilots and a bush plane. And then there's a train ride there too as well. Dog sled. So you're going to meet some dogs there that do dog sledding. It's like everything is covered in this one excursion. It's like 7 hours long. So should be really interesting. I'm excited to see what's going to happen today. So we're going to go down and we're going to have a buffet. We did that yesterday at one of the restaurants here too as well. They have 2 restaurants. Technically, I guess 3. They have the Edgewater, and then it's, I'm trying to think if it's Tappers, Bar and Grill. And so we did have the buffet yesterday at Edgewater, and then Edgewater also has, and it's under another name, but it's like an outdoor patio too as well, which is more just like a bar. And then there are some food, and it's like similar food to what the Edgewater restaurant offers. So we haven't been out to the outdoor patio. We did have breakfast at Edgewater, and then yesterday we went to Pike's Landing, which is like the lodge next door to us. It's totally separate from Princess, and we had dinner there. They have like they're supposed to have a restaurant that's like off-site Pike's Landing, and then when we walked over there, which it was a fair amount, I'm trying to think how long it took us to walk over there. Maybe 5 minutes. It wasn't bad, like a half mile. And there are little trails that you can cut through. So we did a little cut through from Princess Lodge over to Pike's Landing, and then walked past to the restaurant. And when we got there, there was signs saying that they had a fire, and they had put up a pop-up restaurant inside the actual Pike's Landing Lodge, which was like their banquet hall. So the dinner there was all right. I don't want to complain or anything like that. We ended up that what we were enticed by was like the menu had like lobster bisque soup and a crab bisque too, and there was like some shrimp and some other options, so some fresh seafood, and that was sounding like incredible, and that's what I was wanting. And then when we got there at the pop-up, it was more your typical bar foods, so burgers, some salads on there too as well, but a lot of like more burgers and sandwiches, a much smaller menu than what we were expecting. I had a burger, my husband had a burger, so did my mother-in-law, and then my father-in-law ended up having a salad, which looked pretty good. It was in this huge bowl. The burgers were very well done. So anyways, hoping for some better meals. Today's excursion comes with a meal, and so it sounds like there's lots of snacks. They take care of like coffee and tea in the morning, and there's like donuts and cookies and a variety of things. And then there's supposed to be a big like salmon bake too in there. So that should be interesting. All right, so more to come. I'm gonna make sure that each day that I do a quick daily vlog, and this one was probably on the longer side because I had to cover 3 days in there, or 2.5 days. All right, have a good one.